Hi, I'm Jillian, and you are listening to The Mindset of Podcasting, where we not only talk about the technical side of launching and managing your podcast, but also about building your confidence in yourself and the power of your voice. Your business and your podcast depends so much on your mindset. So I will be diving deep into the mindset blocks and issues that we go through when starting and running your own podcast so you can feel confident in your message and in your voice. It's time to listen in and feel confident about yourself and your podcast. Welcome back to the Mindset of Podcasting. Today we are talking about AI and should you use them to write your show notes for your podcast. I think people have a lot of opinions on AI, and so I wanted to just let you in on my opinion and how I actually do use AI for my show notes. So we'll get into that in just a few. So my little, I guess I call this story time at the beginning. I've been doing these little stories at the beginning, but I took my son to his first MLB game. He is a Los Angeles Angels fan. So he found out the Angels were playing about 4 hours away from us. So we decided to go and see them. Now, he was wearing his Angels gears. We were playing the Phillies, but people were really nice. I was like, they shouldn't be mean to a 12-year-old kid, but because I've heard some Phillies fans can get out of control, but there were other people there wearing Angel stuff too. So it was pretty good. And the people around us were super nice. And he was all excited to watch him. I filmed the guy batting. Like, he just had a great time. Food was so expensive, but that was part of the experience, was getting the food there and eating there and drinking there and just having a really good time. So it was so nice to have that time with him and to have him have his first experience with an MLB game. He loves baseball. He's obsessed with baseball. He's been playing since he was 4. He plays catcher, and he actually just got accepted on a travel baseball team. So next summer we are going to be super busy. So let's get into the topic of AI. Okay, so if you're not familiar with AI, it's artificial intelligence. So basically, you put in something and it will spew back like a story or a post or whatever you tell it to. I'm sure you've heard of ChatGPT. I've actually not really played around with ChatGPT that much, to be completely honest. I did do a few things once, and it gave back really good results. I know some people who do use it for their business to generate posts and stuff, but I will say you can tell that it is AI writing for you. So I feel you can use AI to guide you, but that you really do need to put those extra touches in there so it feels more human, like a human is actually saying it. And that is how I use AI. I do use it to generate my show notes. I'll take some stuff just to get me a starting off point so that I can get, because I'm not the best writer. I will not say I'm a copywriter at all. I'm not very good at it, but I like to use it to help me kind of as a starting point. So I use a program for my show notes. It is called Pod Squeeze, PodSqueeze. And I love it. So basically, you put in your audio. I upload the audio from the podcast, and then it will come out with show notes, bullet points, title suggestions, keywords to use, social media, graphic captions, quotes. What else? It does a newsletter. Like, it does so much. And it's really not that expensive. I think I pay $49 a month for 600 minutes. And they do have cheaper options available also. So depending on how much you need, like, I help use it with my clients too, because it's a good starting off point. So what I do is I pull up the show notes, and depending on how my clients' writing is, like, I have some clients who like to be really playful, really like make people laugh in the show notes. So you can type in, you'll pull up the show notes, what they generated, and it does have an option where you can type in, please rewrite this in a more playful tone, and it will do that. So it's a really good starting off point for me because, as I said, I'm not a copywriter. I have issues trying to write in my client's voice because I'm not a copywriter. So this helps me get more into my client's voice with the AI. And then I will take that and then I will tweak it to make it sound a little more natural, like a little more like a human actually used it. So that is how I feel about AI, is that is a great place to start from. And then you take it and you give it more life. Now, I also use it to help with titles. Titling your podcast can be tricky. I do use another service called answerthepublic.com, where you put in your topic and it will generate everything that's being searched in Google for that. So it gives you good questions because podcasts are searchable. So if you put in something in Google, a podcast episode could pop up as an answer. So I like to do that, but this is also a good way to get some titles, especially if your clients like more playful titles. I do have a lot of trouble with the clients who do like a more playful manner, me coming up with the titles and the show notes like that. So it is fun to like put that in there and get more titles. So I just like to take suggestions from the titles and it gives me a good starting point. I don't always use the exact title, but it would give me some ideas. It gets your juices flowing. And that's what I really think AI is about, getting your juices flowing so that you can actually write what you need to write. So sometimes if you're in a brain fog or something, AI is super, super helpful. Now, there are other platforms that you can upload your audio and it will give you the show notes and everything like that. I have a client who uses Capture, which is a really good one, CAPSHO. That's also a good one. A little more expensive than Pod Squeeze. I like the options Pod Squeeze gives, and I like that you can change it. Like you can say rewrite in first person, rewrite in third person, whatever you want to do for your clients. It really helps give you those options. So I really like that. So I would definitely use it as a starting off point, but please, please don't use it word for word. Change it around, make it your own, make it sound a little more human because people can tell when it's AI writing. You know, when you go on Facebook and a business has a post, you can kind of tell it's AI. We have a few of those businesses around here who do use AI, but you can tell. So go in and make it your own is what I really suggest with AI. But if you are interested in getting help and using AI for show notes or titles, Pod Squeeze. If you are looking to get help writing your show notes or your titles by using AI, Pod Squeeze is amazing. Definitely go check them out. I'll have the link in the show notes. Really good. I use it for all my clients. Okay, so I want to tell you about a podcast that I'm loving. It's called Honestly with Hillary, and it's from Hillary Krieger. She is a marketing magician, I would say. She is amazing. If you don't follow her, I believe she's Honest CEO with Hillary on social media platforms, but she gives so much free value and helps you market your business so well by telling stories and being yourself, not running ads or anything, but being yourself. And actually, I have been in her program, Message and Marketing, since February. So she has helped me so much with learning to tell my story, learning to be more consistent on social media. And yeah, she's just amazing. So please go check out that podcast, Honestly with Hillary. And thank you so much for listening this week. I hope this helped. If you have any questions about AI, please reach out. And next week, we're going to be going over what exactly does a podcast manager do. So I'll talk to you then.